KLEMCO. This video is only for the installation of the KLEMCO E3D type mount designed for Creality Printers. If you need assistance with wiring or other non-mount related aspects, please consult the documentation that came with your hotend. The KLEMCO mount is for attaching an E3D style hotend to a Creality printer. It will work with an E3D original and most its clones. The mount will not fit the CR10 Pro without additional steps that are not covered in this video. However, it will easily fit the following Creality printers: CR10, 10S, 4S, 5S, and Mini. Ender 3, 3 Pro, 5, 5 Pro, and 5 Plus. Please note that the Ender 5 series has a different carriage plate than the Ender 3 and CR10 series, but the mount still works because all the mount and hot end relevant stuff are the same. Before you start, if this is your only 3D printer, you should go to KLEMCO.net and navigate to our printable accessories page to download the STL files and print the accessories you will need, such as the Bowden tube and electrical management strain relief, and the 50 by 15 millimeter blower type fan shrouds. By the way, the hardware to mount those accessories is included with your mount. Furthermore, make sure to peruse the plethora of other printable accessories provided by KLEMCO. If you don't find what you need, check out the link located at the top of our accessories page to easily search Thingiverse for totally rad accessories made by other 3D printing enthusiasts. If you still don't find what you need, go back to our accessories page where we include STL files for printing and the STP files for CAD, so you can modify our accessories or have a place to start for drafting your own. If KLEMCO or other members of the 3D printing community don't have the accessories you need, and you do not have the ability to make your own, go to KLEMCO.net and request the accessory be added. This is not a guarantee we will modify or produce any and all accessories requested, but go ahead and ask. Let's start with the installation. Make sure your printer is assembled and the bed is leveled. Turn on the printer and home all. Turn off the printer and manually move the carriage to a location for easy, convenient access. You can move anywhere in the X and Y, but do not adjust the Z. Use the included quality Made in USA Bondhus Protanium Gold Guard 2mm ball end hex key to remove your existing hot ends, fans, and shrouds. The ball end helps if there is an obstruction. You can easily turn the screw with the hex key at a significant angle instead of only straight on. We chose a key of decent length so you can conveniently turn it out past the existing enclosure with no interference from the short leg. Partially install the 6mm by 3mm flanged stainless steel screws into the threaded protrusions on the carriage that were used to mount the old hot end. About 5 or 6 turns should do it. The mount should easily slide behind the screws. Take the ultra awesomely convenient Made in USA height adjusting spacer and place it on the bed as shown. The flat edge is always up. The arch is for clearance to the nut for the lower carriage wheel. If you are using the hot end and the standard configuration, place the spacer so it protrudes from the bed in the shortest fashion. If you are using the hot end in the volcano configuration, place the spacer in the tallest fashion. We will be using the volcano configuration. Take the Made in USA KLEMCO mount and slide the slots over the nubs that protrude from the carriage. The mount should easily slide behind the flange screws you already installed. Tighten the screws while making sure the bottom of the mount is level with the top flat edge of the spacer. Remove the spacer and snug down those screws. Place your E3D or E3D clone hot end into the mount and screw down the cap with the two longest flathead screws. Try to get the spacing somewhat even. You don't need to, but why not? Keep it classy. Re-level the bed to adjust the final bed to nozzle height. The spacer gets things close, but the bed to nozzle height may be off a bit depending on how your hot end was assembled. Make sure to level the entire bed. Use the 4 accessory holes and included hardware to install the accessories you may need. The hardware to mount the strain relief to the top of the mount and the hardware for the strain relief clamp are included with the mount. We have also included the hardware to attach the 15 by 50 mm fans to the fan shrouds and the fan shrouds to the mount. This way you do not need to source your own hardware for those two printable accessories. Adjust the height of the fan shrouds so they will not interfere with your print. I like to set the bottom of the fan shroud to the bottom of the heater block. This position should allow for proper cooling of the part while keeping the airstream from significantly hitting the heater block. The E3D nozzle with the KLEMCO mount will protrude about 0.315 inches farther from the carriage than the stock nozzle. Keep this in mind when printing close to the edge of the bed. Or, optionally, if you are an advanced 3D printing enthusiast, you may want to slide your Y-stop forward about 0.315 inches so the nozzle homes on the bed surface. Don't adjust the Y limit switch too far, or you may surpass the mechanical limits of travel and cause issues while printing or damage your printer. Enjoy the possibilities of awesomeness and try not to explode with childlike giddiness harkening back to your 8-year-old self waiting in glorious yet torturous anticipation for Christmas morning.